Smiles Television Talk Show. When you come back. Welcome to Smiles Television Talk Show. I'm your host, Stephanie Anthony Miles, and like I told you before, we are putting a spotlight on the individuals who want to represent you in elected official positions. Today, the spotlight will be on Councilwoman Emeka Jackson-Hicks, who's seeking the office of mayor for the city of East St. Louis, Illinois. Along with her is her team. We'll be talking with June Hamilton Dean, and she wants to be your council person. Also, we have the pleasure of having with us Marquita MacAfee. And Marquita MacAfee is seeking the position of school board member. You know, Smiles Television Talk Show is aired every Monday at 11:30 a.m. on Charter Cable Channel 191, and we need your support. You can GoFundMe at gofundme.com/SmilesTV777. Remember that Jesus Christ was born of a virgin. He was crucified and buried, and he rose on the third day. Confess with your mouth that he is Lord. Believe in your heart that God has raised him from the dead, and the scriptures teach that thou shalt be saved. Don't go away. Stay tuned for more Smiles. Oh, you caught me reading the Monitor newspaper again. I read the Monitor newspaper that's from right here in East St. Louis, Illinois, because they've been in business since 1963. They know what they're doing. They know the newspaper business. Do you read the Monitor newspaper? Support the Monitor newspaper right here in East St. Louis, Illinois. You can find out about your family, your friends, the state, the country, and the world. Now allow me to get back to reading my Monitor newspaper.
Let Hiles Productions help you with your production needs. Commercials, weddings, music video, or events. Need your book or play converted for the big screen? Hiles Productions can help. For more information, please visit our website www.hilesofproductions.com or give us a call for a free consultation. Join the video revolution
every Monday at 11:30 a.m. on Charter Cable Channel 191 and on Charter Cable Channel 984 at 8 o'clock p.m. Support Smiles Television Talk Show. You can go to gofundme.com/SmilesTV777. We need your help. If you're interested in being a guest or you just want to talk to us, call us at 618-741-3770. Welcome back to Smiles. Don't forget, April 7th, 2015, you need to get out and vote. In this broadcast, we're going to be talking with three individuals who are seeking your vote. And also at the end of the broadcast, we're going to be talking with Zelphia Otis once again, and she's going to encourage you to get out and vote for the candidate of your choice. We are spotlighting the candidates for office for the city of East St. Louis, Illinois. And these individuals, they need you to hear what they have to offer. Let's get right to some questions so you can see for whom you have an opportunity to vote. Sitting right here to my immediate right is Emeka Jackson-Hicks, and she's seeking the office of mayor for the city of East St. Louis, Illinois. And to her right is June Hamilton Dean, and she wants to be your council person. Also, we have an individual, Marquita MacAfee, and she's seeking the office of school board member. You know, I feel like it's girls' night out, so we're going to go ahead and get the information out. I want to do something a little bit differently because we don't have a lot of time, but we want to make sure that people get a little information from you. For example, your background and why you would like to be in the position that you're seeking. So we'll start with Emeka and just pass the baton. How about that? Okay, Ms. Jackson, thank you. You're about the only one I can shake hands. I don't want to reach across to everybody else, but I want to thank you all for coming. And Ms. Jackson-Hicks, if you will, tell us a little bit about yourself and why are you seeking the office of mayor?
Stephanie, thanks again. I am a lifelong resident of East St. Louis, born and raised here, educated in East St. Louis, middle school, high school, elementary school, graduated from East St. Louis Senior High, went on to the University of Illinois to receive a degree in accounting. I also have a master's degree in professional counseling, and I currently work with the state of Illinois.
Okay. And why do you want to be mayor for the city of East St. Louis?
I have had the opportunity to serve on the council a few years now. I'm still fairly new, but I've had the opportunity to observe some things. And I would like for City Hall to have accountability, implementation, and transparency. What I have noticed is that we've been lacking in those three areas. And simply put, I'm not a woman of many words, but I'm here because I want to get the job done.
You know what? We're going to pass the baton on that note to June Hamilton Dean, and you tell us a little bit about yourself, if you will, and then right after you, Ms. MacAfee.
Stephanie, thank you for having us this evening. My name is June Hamilton Dean. I'm a senior analyst for the Department of Defense. I have a Bachelor's of Science degree in Business Administration from Columbia College. I am also an Outstanding Scholar appointee with the Department of Defense, and I'm Level 2 certified as a financial manager.
Okay.
I'm also a graduate of East St. Louis Senior High School, class of 81. I'm running for office because I owe it to my community to come back and serve publicly. And I know that I could do a great job for East St. Louis.
Okay, Ms. MacAfee, Marquita. Am I saying your name right?
Yes, ma'am.
Marquita.
You're saying my name right.
Okay, and you want to be a school board member,
Yes.
right?
My name is Marquita MacAfee. I'm married with 3 children. They all came from out of School District 189. And myself, I've been a native here for 47 years. And I want to run for school board because I think I have strong strengths in the areas. And I believe that I can bring aggressive programs that will get our scores up high.
Okay. You know, I'm going to go back to Ms. Jackson-Hicks, and we'll just try to get as much information as possible. But if elected mayor, what are some of the main things? Let's start with our business district. Sure. What would you do with the businesses or lack of in the community of East St. Louis?
Stephanie, we've got to start with step one. And step one would be to create an environment where businesses feel safe. So we have to handle our public safety. But not only do we have to deal with public safety, we've got to deal with our governmental administration, meaning we want to make sure that we're operating efficiently and effectively, that our staff is skillfully prepared to bring those businesses or work along with those businesses that we want to attract.
As council person, is this your first time ever running for an office?
Yes, this is my first time running for office, but I knew that I always wanted to serve publicly. And so this is a great opportunity. There is so much to be done in our city, and so I believe that this team of women, we're the ones to get the job done. You know, this March is a National Women's History Month, and we plan to make history on April 7th.
Okay, and Ms. MacAfee,
Yes.
being on the school board, what would you say would be your main focus?
My main focus would be truancy. We need a comprehensive truancy program, and that will allow the dropout percentage. We also need a program that will get our scores high, which is tutoring, after school tutoring, later school time. This will bring the grades up. I've always talked about all year round schooling. This, I believe that if we go 2 years of around schooling, this will bring our scores up to standards.
Well, let me ask Councilwoman Jackson-Hicks,
Sure.
how can the school district and the city work together?
Oh, absolutely. That's a wonderful question. The city has its agenda, and the school board will have their agenda. But we believe that if we can come together. We can come together and talk about our different agendas, see how we can work to assist each other in meeting the goals that we're trying to meet. Of course, we all have the best interest of our citizens and our children at heart. So that's an area where we should be able to come together and work together, pull our resources together, and make sure we're moving in that direction.
And while I have you talking, and Councilwoman Hicks, June Hamilton Dean, you can chime in as you will. You know, we're right here on prime property in the city of East St. Louis, Illinois. We have our riverfront.
Yes.
What are some of your thoughts, first of all, and then I'll come to you and you can chime in as you will.
Sure.
What are some of your thoughts about the development of our riverfront?
we would love to see our riverfront developed. I don't know anybody in the city of East St. Louis that would not love that. But what we've got to do, we've got to look at the ownership of the land. We have different pieces of parcels that are owned by different people. So we will have to look at how we can get these different owners engaged with the city of East St. Louis. We can look at maybe some private-public partnership. We have also the River's Edge Zone that might be an incentive for those who want to do business on the riverfront. But before we can do any business, we've got to have access to that land.
Okay, I'm about to call you Councilwoman, but I may not do that yet because I'm not quite convinced. So, but go ahead if you will. Tell us your thoughts on that.
Well, one of the things that I've gone to just about every major city that has a riverfront, and they're developed beautifully. They have shops, they have entertainment. I would love to see the same thing for East St. Louis. We can capitalize on the fact that they're going to have a new stadium right at our doorsteps. Absolutely. We should be trying to, work together and partner with St. Louis and develop that riverfront so that it will be an opportunity for the East St. Louis to grow and flourish during this time.
Okay, Ms. MacAfee.
Yes.
You know what? I have children in the school district, but actually my two go to SIU Charter High School, and I did have a daughter. I came from East St. Louis Senior High School. I love the Flyers.
Yes.
And I had a daughter who graduated from East Side actually 2 years ago. But after her graduation, I have not put my other two in the district. And I won't go elaborate on that, but what did you see as some of the gaps and weaknesses?
Some of the gaps and weakness in our district, we need more parenting involvement.
Yes.
We need more involvement from the community. We need the truancy to get out, knock on doors, bring our kids back in. We need to bring something to our children so that they would love to come to school, something that make them want to be there. After 2 o'clock dances or something that relieve them from stress. Some of our kids go through a lot of stress in the home. So I think of the parent involvement plays an important role in our school.
Okay,
So true.
Okay, I'm going to shift gears real quickly. Sure. And I want to talk about the housing in the East St. Louis area and some of the slumlords, I guess, for lack of a better word. Sure. We have many absentee landlords, and the property is just really not nice to look at in a lot of areas. What do you think you can do as mayor to help control that or to get that to grab a hold of that?
Well, of course, we want to make sure that our code enforcement is functioning efficiently. We currently have laws on the books that are on there to protect us from the slumlords. Mm-hmm. What we need to do is make sure that we are enforcing the laws that we have on the books that will deal with the slumlords, that will protect those citizens who are possibly living in apartments where the owners are not properly taking care of the property.
Okay. And go
ahead. We've actually gone door to door. We've talked to several citizens, and we've seen the living conditions, and we've heard the complaints firsthand. And those will be one of the things that we're going to tackle. Neighborhood revitalization is crucial in this city. We see small children. These are very dangerous conditions that they're living in these apartments and homes. And like you said, they're absentee landlords, and we need to address those problems.
Okay, I'm not sure how our time is running, so I want to get some more questions in real quickly. But because I don't want to miss this, I want each of you to take about, I guess we got about 5 minutes left, so take about 30 seconds apiece somewhere and you look at your voters, because there are people out there watching. We have over 300,000 viewers, okay? Not to make you nervous because we are being taped, so it does, but I want you to speak from your heart and tell us, and we're going to start with you again, and we're going to come this way and tell us why should we vote for you? Not just why should they, because like I told you, I'm still seeking to determine for whom I'm going to vote as well, because I live in the city of East St. Louis, and I care for my community. So go ahead, Ms. MacAfee, just give us a spiel, 30 seconds or so. Why should we vote for you?
I believe that you should vote for me because I'm concerned with our community, and I believe that we need to decrease the taxes. We have so many taxes. Some of our residents, we can't pay our taxes. We're getting evacuated out of out of our homes. And being that we can stay in our home and be comfortable and pay our taxes at a lower price, this would help us enable our kids to stay in the city instead of taking our kids out of the city.
Okay, and go ahead, Ms. Joan Hamilton Dean.
You should vote for our team, Jackson-Hicks, Hamilton Dean, and MacAfee, because we know that this city deserves more, and we plan to give it more.
Okay. Go ahead, Ms. Emeka Jackson-Hicks as mayor. Why should we vote for you as mayor?
As mayor and as my team, we are committed to you, the citizens. We have nothing to gain. We're all working women. We're all nurturing women. We want to nurture the city of East St. Louis. And we believe that we will get that done. We want to make sure that your needs are met. We don't want to do a lot of talking. We don't want to do a lot of verbal showboating. We just want to make sure that we're working, we're getting it done, that our city is moving forward. And we need you in order to do that.
Absolutely.
I don't want to cut you off, but was there any other lasting words from you? And if not, I'll go ahead.
No, I just wanted to let the listeners know that as we three women, you deserve more. And you deserve more. Mr. Emeka Jackson addressed that with that. Why we use that phrase. Why do you deserve more as citizens?
Well, she's saying she wants you to go ahead and tell them why, that's your
phrase,
slogan.
our slogan.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Where the slogan came from and why you guys say we deserve more.
We use the term "you deserve more" because you deserve more.
It's just that simple.
I mean, it's as
truly
simple
is.
as that.
It's just that simple.
We have talked about a life of abundance and living life more abundantly. And right now, things don't seem to be so abundant. So we're looking at our situation, and we know that we deserve more.
Okay. You know what? I want to thank Councilwoman Emeka Jackson-Hicks, who is running for the office of mayor for the city of East St. Louis, Illinois. And I want to thank also June Hamilton Dean, who's seeking to be a council person, and Miss Marquita MacAfee, who wants to be a school board member. Thank you again for coming to Smiles Television Talk Show. And I know there are three of you, but I ask all of my guests, will you come back? If you win, lose, or draw, just say you're going to come back on Smiles TV.
We're going to come back on Smiles TV.
Right.
We
I'll
will
be here.
definitely be back because, trust me, we're going to bring out the best in this city because we're going to give the city our best.
Okay, well, that sounds good to me. And you know what?
Absolutely.
I tease people because there's a talk show, Wendy, and she always does this, but I like to do my hands like this to say glory to God. And I want to thank you all for coming to Smiles again.
Thank you
And,
so
Thank you so much.
And you know what, audience, remember, you need to know for whom you're voting. I want to ask them to give their phone number if you want to make contact with them, or website or email address and things of that nature. Ms. Jackson-Hicks?
We have several websites
Okay.
and Facebook pages. Currently, we have a town hall meeting that we're doing every Monday for the whole month of March. You can reach us on Facebook at You Deserve More or Jackson-Hicks for Mayor. They're both linked. So either one of those, you can talk to us online about your concerns.
Okay. And stay tuned for more Smiles. Don't go away. Coming up, we're going to have Zelphia Otis, and she's going to discuss why it's important for you to vote. And don't forget, you can GoFundMe at GoFundMe.com, Smiles TV 777. And don't go away. Stay tuned for more Smiles. Every Monday at 11:30 a.m. on Charter Cable Channel 191 and on Charter Cable Channel 984 at 8 o'clock p.m. Support Smiles Television Talk Show. You can go to GoFundMe.com/SmilesTV777. Right now, I want you to help me in welcoming Zelphia Otis. I'm going to read something from the St. Louis American that they had written about her. And it says, she's adored from East Boogie to the Far East as a vocalist, lyricist, band leader, producer, and teacher. And if you go on down in the article, they even say that she designs wardrobes and just does all kinds of things. Thank you, Zelphia.
It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm just so honored and grateful that you took time. And I have to tell you this. I called her at the last minute, and she said, sure. So I'm just really honored that you came out and decided to join us today. You know what? Considering all you've done, all the places that you've been, you still live in East St. Louis, Illinois. You love our community,
Yes.
and you want our people to vote.
Yes, I do. I want each and every resident who is eligible for voting to come out this season and vote in our local communities, not just East St. Louis, but Centerville and Cahokia. I have a great interest in those communities as well. It's really important that we reach the hip-hop community this time. We're looking to get people who are ages 21 through 40 registered to vote, out there asking questions and making a difference. And the only reason I'm here is to entice them to come out. Challenge the candidates that are on the tickets locally. Make sure that your interest is being viewed,
Right.
and make sure you're represented when we put people in office. That's the purpose.
And you know what? I think it's important that our audience realize that we're not supporting on this broadcast any candidate. We're trying to provide a platform so the citizens can have an opportunity to see who they are. I understand that there's a voters registration drive coming up.
Yes, and we've been inspired by your show and the fact that you're going to be helping the local politicians to present their platforms on your show. So just as a tailgate to that, on February 21st at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we're going to have a voter registration drive and a Q&A party at one of my places, 618 Studio at 809 St. Louis Avenue in East St. Louis.
And you know what? Our audience also needs to know that now this broadcast is taped, of course. And if you happen to watch this and that date has already passed, there are some early voting dates as well.
Yes, that's most important, Stephanie, because as you said, many people won't make our event. One, because of it's in the recording studio environment that we're trying to reach the hip hop generation. So maybe some older voters who want to get registered won't be coming to that facility, but they can always go to the county clerk's office on the third floor in Belleville. They're going to start early voter registration on March 28th, and it's going to run through April 4th.
Okay.
Then there will be some temporary sites, VFW in Cahokia, also Centerville Township will be holding temporary early voting. And those dates will be March 28th and 29th only from noon until 5 p.m. at those sites.
You know, Zelphia, you've been all over the world and you understand and you have a wealth of knowledge and information that you could share. But help our viewers, and especially the hip-hop age group, and not just them, but from all ages, express from your heart, if you will, the importance of voting, why their vote matters, and things of that nature.
Well, I look at change. People constantly complain about the conditions in our local communities, but the only way that we're going to change things is that we as a community do it. We elect one person to take one position to serve the greater of us. Well, we got to get out there and vote, and not just, on election day. That's one thing. But we got to follow up and make sure that they follow through on whatever commitment that it was that they made to bring us to elect them. It's so important. I look at the conditions of East St. Louis. I've seen it in its heyday, and a highlighted heyday, mind you. And then I see it now. And it's I see a lot of the decay is due to people who don't come out and vote, people who don't take a stand, people who are not making a change. And, when you exercise your voting rights, it really changes your overall attitude about your community. You start to do things that you hadn't done before. You will be concerned about who's living next door to you. And
what do you say to the person who says, well, My vote doesn't matter. One vote, what difference could that make?
Oh, it matters. But I also want you to know when you don't vote, you're voting for anything.
That's right.
Lack of a vote is a vote in and
It's
of
still a
itself.
vote.
You're just going for anything. So don't complain. I tell people, vote up or shut up.
That's pretty good. And you know what? Before you go, I'm going to ask you to sing.
A different type.
You know what? I started off by telling people that you've been all over the world and that you've made this your home. But you tell us, why are you still here?
Well, you know.
And you know what? And I don't say that to say that you shouldn't be, because I live in East St. Louis. I love my community. I love the people. And so I know I'm here because I love my community. But what are your hopes of
I
life
came
right
back
here?
because there were so many great people, and still are, so many great talented minds in this city who have impacted my life, made me ambitious enough to travel the world. You know, and I think East St. Louis is a special place for that, because of all that had been given to me by special teachers, clergy people. I worked in New Salem District and was a part of New Salem for all of my life. And just that fellowship is something, I know I owe it back.
And
you got to give it back.
I've said that you've been all over the world and that you're singing. Tell them a little bit about your background. You know, she's very humble, but you need to hear just a little bit about Zelphia Otis. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know where to start, except I've spent the last 25 years or so basically concentrating on my music. And I've been blessed enough and have been guided by smart people, Leo Cheers. Many people encouraged me along the way. But I started going overseas, and I've traveled and worked, sang, taught English, piano, entertained in over 31 countries across this world. And it's amazing to me, and I think I was more compelled by the response that I got from people out there in the international community. Everybody knows about East St. Louis. Everybody knows. They think that great minds come from this place. So I was so inspired by that. Every time I'm out there, they say, where you're from? And I remember when I first started doing that, I would say St. Louis. And then one of my friends who was from Compton, California, East Compton, you know, he says, I don't say I'm from LA, I say I'm from East Compton. And I said, you know, you have a point there. I'm from East St. Louis. That's something to be proud of.
You know what I want to do? I want to invite you back again. And I
Okay.
ask all of my guests, because we're on camera and I can go and prove that you said you will or won't come back. Will you come back?
I will be back.
Okay, because we're going to have to cut this one short. As you said, get out and vote. Support your community. You know, we're here. We love our city. Vote on April 7th. And stay tuned for Smiles during the next couple of weeks, because we plan to highlight the candidates for office so you can get a chance to see for whom you're voting. I want to thank you. I want to thank Mayor Parks for being on our show. I want to thank Mr. Courtney Hoffman. And we are just so pleased that to have Zelphia Otis to share with us. Watch Smiles Television Talk Show every Monday at 11:30 a.m. on Charter Cable Channel 191, and again at 8 o'clock p.m. on Charter Cable Channel 984. We need your support. We want to upgrade. We are trying to expand and reach more territory. You can GoFundMe. That's right, GoFundMe.com/SmilesTV777. Keep smiling. You look better when you smile. And remember, only what you do for Christ will last.